the kind of thing that could rile them up.
Let's talk for a minute about the conversation I just had with Congressman Sestak and David Axelrod earlier about whether or not he was offered a job by somebody at the White House to drop out of the Pennsylvania Senate primary. It's moot to a degree because he won that primary now and he's the Democratic nominee. But if you use your power to induce somebody, essentially a financial offer, inducing them for a job, it can be unseemly, but B, there are some cases in which it crosses the line and is illegal. He won't say who he talked to, Congressman. The White House says their lawyers looked at it and they found nothing inappropriate, but they won't tell us either who talked to the congressman. Is that good enough?
Well, I think first we should take a test here and say, or show hands who thought that Senator Specter was going to win that race. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen. But it's not a moot point, and I think Darrell Issa has said he's on the Government Oversight Committee. He's calling for hearings. And I think you're going to see people peeling that onion until they get some answers on it. And so I don't think that's going to be good enough because there is possible violation of law. I'm not saying it was, but there's the possibility. And so I do think you're going to ask, Congress is going to ask for answers.
But you've been in politics, you've been in government. You know that deals are struck, maybe not to that extent, but they're struck when White Houses and others are trying to get people to run.
It's a question of whether they're in the gray. Isn't there something you'd rather do?
Well, that's true. But I think you are being in politics, having been there for 8 years, I know people are going to be asking questions. They're going to want to peel that onion. Darrell Issa can be a pit bull on these type of things, and I think you'll see him asking these questions.
Is it a higher bar because they promised no more Washington as usual?
Sure.
Full transparency?
That's exactly the point. And we all know that a quid pro quo like that, a request or an offer of a thing of value in exchange for an official act, certainly against the law. It's very hard to prove, though. Prosecutors will tell you, I mean, it's in the mind of the beholders, and both people have to sort of have an agreement. So it's tough to actually say this is anything more than a very difficult political situation.
Maybe they'll just help us choice it. I had to call a quick time out.
Unfortunately,
we saw Joe Sestak. He doesn't want to answer the questions. Dan Abash, J.C. Watts, Joe Johns, thanks. We'll have more time.